Peter's Box. Life is for the living.
Hello guys, I'm Augustine Domelevo and I'm the founder of Sensational Fragrance Hub.
Hello and welcome to Peter's Box. Today I have a perfume connoisseur with us and he's really smelling good, and I'm here to find out why he smells so good and how you can also smell so good. So you're welcome, Augustine, to Peter's Box.
Thank you very much.
You market and sell perfumes, correct?
Yes, correct.
Great. And is there a name for someone who sells and markets perfumes?
Well, someone who creates perfumes is a perfumer, and I think someone who markets and sells perfumes is just an entrepreneur.
It's just an entrepreneur, okay. Do you make perfumes?
No, I don't make perfumes. As I said, I just market and sell. I mix up a bit, but I don't classify that as making a perfume.
So when you do mixing of perfumes, isn't that creating a new perfume, or?
I would not define that as creating a new perfume, because that would be disrespect to the people who actually created the perfume from scratch, having the different notes, you know, the base, the middle notes and the top notes and all of that, and putting all that chemistry together. I'm just putting things together. Come on, I cannot disrespect them in that way.
What prompted you to become a perfumist, if that's a word, someone who sells and markets perfume?
Yeah, earlier on, when I was done with university, I used to like gifting out people perfumes, because sometimes I want you to smell that way, the way so I normally give you the perfume I want you to smell like. And then I started getting people asking me for those particular perfumes, or, to give suggestions and all of that. And then I just decided, wait, let me just start selling it, because, the entrepreneur in me came out. Yeah.
This is interesting because I personally know you as an aerospace engineer. An aerospace engineer who is into perfumes now. How? It's interesting. Can you tell us more? From aerospace engineering to selling of perfumes.
I don't think they have any correlation. Well, yeah, I don't think they have any correlation.
Okay.
Anyways. But yeah, I think that was just a hobby that turned into a passion, just like the aerospace engineering, which is still a passion, which I'm still pursuing in other ways. So this is something I'm trying to focus on in the meantime, because I live in the now.
And what are some perfumes that inspire you?
A lot of them. So many perfumes inspire me, because sometimes I smell some of them and I'm like, how did a human being create this? Stronger With You by Giorgio Armani, Armani Code, Tom Ford Black Orchid, and many more amazing fragrances.
What is the importance of smelling good? Why do some people prioritize smelling good and they take it to the next level?
Well, I think you need to smell good every time, because it helps the image or the self-image you have. It's just like the way you dress. I don't think you dress in a raggedy way to church or to the office or on a date. So if you want to leave a good impression, because fragrance leaves memories, because sometimes you smell a particular fragrance and you remember a particular person. So we would want to have amazing memories and amazing times with people, and let them feel confident in us or taking us somewhere, because I would not like to take you somewhere smelling like Willie.
Now, do you have that particular perfume that brought you on this journey? Maybe there was a particular moment that you had your eureka moment with the perfume and you were like, this is actually my path. Do you have any such moments?
Yeah, in the beginning, I think it was Tom Ford Black Orchid, because I used to get a lot of compliments with that, and I used to wear that a lot back in the day. Currently, I don't wear it so often, once in a while.
What is the favorite part of being a perfumer, marketing and selling perfumes?
I think it's the reviews. The reviews are the amazing part of it. Seeing people smile because of what you've been able to suggest to them, or what you've been able to provide them, and being able to make available to them. and they enjoying the fragrances, they being able to explore more fragrances, because a lot of people don't know the options they have out there. So I give you your options based on your budget, based on a lot of things, what you want, your expectations, and seeing them actually get good results out of that. It shows, there's progress, and it makes me happy.
Now, how do I tell which perfume complements my body? Is it possible to ever use any perfume and not have that feel, that confidence? Is that possible? Because perfumes smell good, so why should I be bothered about a particular perfume?
So, what I normally tell people is it's a very personal journey. Your fragrance journey is a very personal journey. I only guide you on your fragrance journey. So, the fragrance is a reflection of your soul, in my own terms. It's a reflection of your mood. It's a reflection of a lot of things, your state of mind, and all of that. So, you have to vibe with the perfume. I cannot exactly tell you which fragrance vibes with you. Yes, based on certain behavior trends you put out to me, I might say, oh, you might be a guy who like more fresh fragrances. You might be a guy who like more woody fragrances because you exhibit more of masculinity and all of that. Yes, but that's my suggestion. But it ultimately lies with you. That's why I allow people to explore, and I encourage them to explore more.
I think one perfume that I did love was Orion. I don't know if you've come across that perfume. Orion. Okay. Okay. It made me feel so good. I still have it as in my memory, and I think it's not a common perfume, so it's difficult to get. But now that you're here, I'm sure Sensational Fragrance Hub will get it for me. And are there occasions that call for specific perfumes? For example, if I'm going to a wedding, or I'm going to a party or a funeral, the perfume that I wear, can it disrupt the moment?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I think so, because if you are going into a more pensive mood, like you're saying a funeral or something of that sort, I don't think it's wise to smell too glamorous. But then again, as I always say, it's your own personal preference. Maybe you are going there to attract attention. So if you are going there to attract attention, yes, by all means, blast away. Yeah.
When you are purchasing perfumes, what do you look out for? What are some important things that you always look at before you purchase a perfume?
Mostly in purchasing perfumes, it's mostly the concentration. And it's in terms of EDT, EDP, and extrait de parfum. So EDT is basically eau de toilette, and EDP is eau de parfum. So these are different concentrations that you have in the various fragrances, and the more the concentration of the essential oil, the more it projects, or the longer it lasts. So with the eau de toilette, it has about 5% to 10% or 15% of the aromatic oils in them. So it lasts probably about 3 to 4 hours, but it also depends on the brand. Because some brands eau de toilette last long. For example, Dior Sauvage lasts long in the EDT. Yes, so it's not with all, but generally they last maybe about 4 to 3 hours thereabout. Then we have the eau de parfum. Eau de parfum also has about 15 to 20% of the concentration in it, so it obviously lasts a bit longer. Yeah, so it can go maybe 5 to 8 hours mostly. And then we have the extrait de parfum, which has more perfume like essential oils in it, or sometimes people call it the parfum. So you might have parfum on the bottle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the word for the French, our French people. But then yeah, or sometimes you see extrait de parfum. So with that, it mostly has about 20 to 30%, mostly the highest concentration, aside the perfume oils. So it lasts way longer, maybe about 8 to 12 hours. But then again, it depends on your skin reaction. It depends on a lot of factors actually. So because of our environment, the heat, in our basic chemistry, alcohols are volatile. So as soon as you apply it, it starts reacting, it starts going. And with the heat, it makes it faster, it catalyzes the reaction. So it might go faster on you because you sweat more and all of that, emanate more heat. On me, it might not go that fast. You understand? So many factors. But then mainly when you go, you know how you sweat, you know how you are and all of that. You probably look for the highest concentration. If you know you are someone who is also very subtle, you don't, or whatever occasion you want it for, you probably don't want it for something that is, going to be in the daytime, it's going to be in a cool environment and all of that. You can go for the lesser concentration as well and all of that.
So when you take a perfume, what is the typical components? I heard you mention essential oils. Is that the main component, or you could have a perfume that doesn't have essential oils? Can you break down the constituents of perfume for us?
With perfumes, all of them have the essential oils because that's what is the main ingredients. The ingredients, you can have vetiver, you can have vanilla, you can have a lot of, argan wood and all of that. So those are ingredients that are in the essential oil form, and then they are mixed together. That's why I was like, the chemistry behind is very amazing. People spend years actually studying this and before like creating it from scratch, So these main ingredients are so many, and each perfume oil has its own ingredients, and mostly they are layered in 3 forms, which is the base note, which is the heart of the fragrance, the middle note, and then the top note. So due to some beautiful chemical, I don't know what word to use, but then it's like magic, yeah? The first note comes out, then you have the second, then you have the third. That is mind-blowing, right? Yeah, so perfume it's an amazing art.
But if I already use deodorants, for example, or body splash, why do I need a perfume? Aren't deodorants enough?
Yeah, you can say deodorants are enough if you want to smell like Willie. Because looking at the sun, yeah, your armpit is covered, but your skin, you're being cooked in the sun every day. Yeah, you probably be smelling like Willie by the end of the day. So I would not advise you to just go with deodorant. You should have something extra to make you smell unique, to make you smell nice,
When it comes to body splash, how does that differ from perfume?
Yes, so body splash, which is also body mists, they are having a lesser concentration than the normal perfume. So they are not meant to last you, about 8 hours, 5 hours, and all of that. Yeah, so mostly they are things that you just apply after bathing, like the way your cream and all of that. So people constantly apply them throughout the day. Yeah.
And for perfumes, are you able to apply a perfume on the skin? Because I usually know it's for the dress. Are there perfumes that can be applied on the skin?
Yes. You apply perfumes on the skin. You can apply it on the skin. You can apply it on the clothes. You can apply it everywhere you want to apply it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, except your balls and your... Excuse my French. But with the skin, there are pores areas, which are areas we recommend you apply it at. It's not a rule or whatever. It's just an area we recommend because these pores areas emanate heat. And as I said, it helps in the diffusion of the fragrance. It helps it come out more. So as the person keeps passing, you see that you just get a hit, and then he moves and you get a hit again. It's because of the pores areas, and it makes it come out beautiful.
Can you give some examples of these areas?
Yes, you have the wrist.
Wrists.
You have behind the ear.
Okay.
Yeah, here as well. You have an area there. You have here.
This side, yeah.
Yes. Also behind your knee.
Behind your knee.
As well.
Okay.
Some people like to put it there.
So the rationale behind that is the heat that is produced there helps to diffuse the fragrance.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought maybe because your beloved is about to hug you and she might feel that fragrance. Oh, okay. Are there perfumes that are suitable for cool temperatures and high temperatures, for example? Because if the heat helps diffuse it, then it means that if you're in a cold environment, you're not going to get more of that fragrance. Is that the case?
Yeah, we have some fragrances that are used in spring, in winter, summer, and all of that. So mostly in the heat kind of situations, or even in the daytime, because Ghana we have just I think 2 seasons. Yeah. So even in the daytime or in the nighttime, we can mostly in the daytime. It's better to use something that is fresh citrus kind of fragrance. Example maybe Grida Ventus or Clap de Nuit, which is a similar fragrance to that. So these kind of fresh fragrances do very well because they keep you smelling fresh. Because you're gonna sweat and all of that, so you need something fresh and nice. It doesn't mix with the sweat too much, and yeah. And then probably in the evening, then you can go with something sensual. Yeah. So the fragrances that have more of the oods.
What does oud mean? Oud.
Oud. It's like wood.
Okay.
Wood. Yeah. Argan wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are mostly the woody fragrances.
Okay.
Yeah. They tend to come out more. I would say Arabic. People term it like Arabic because they use that more.
All right.
And as I said, fragrances come with memories. So you normally smell them on the Muslim brothers or Arabic guys. So people smell it and they're like, oh, with the Muslim fragrance, or you understand what I'm saying, or you smell like an allergy. Or you get me?
Okay.
Yes. So those are the things that fragrance causes. It brings memories.
Okay. How can one smell amazing without a perfume? Naturally, if I want to smell naturally, what are some of the basic things that I have to keep in mind or do?
You have to bath. Maybe the first thing is you have to bath.
Those who don't bath, this is for you.
Probably bath, brush your teeth. Yeah, I think those are the basic things you have to do. And maybe if you don't want to use perfumes, you probably have to bath a lot.
Okay.
Throughout the day. When you sweat, you just go and then shower down.
But aren't there any natural items that I could use? A lot of people use lime, for example. Are there any other things apart from lime that I can use?
Not that I know of. It was the lime I was about to say as well. That's what I know people use generally to smell good. But then I highly recommend, times are advanced. We have deodorants, we have perfumes and all of that. It's not like those days or in the olden days where it was only accessible to a certain group of people. Mostly it was the royals back in the days, so perfumes were not accessible to just anyone. But now it's accessible to everyone. And even on that, we've even been able to get the oils at even a lesser price. And for everyone, because we have different quantities, just to make sure everyone can have something. So I highly doubt it's wise to just go out smelling like Willie.
If I should go to a perfume shop and I want to purchase a perfume, what are some terms that I can use to communicate probably what I'm looking for? So let's say maybe I want a fruity feel or a fruity scent. Are there some particular words that I need to use so that the attendant is able to know exactly what I want?
No, I don't think so. I think as you just said, you get in there, you tell them, oh, I want something fresh. And it's just like going into a pharmacy. You don't go telling them that I need oxytetracycline. You get me? Okay. You just go probably tell them, oh, I need something for my tummy. I need something for a headache. And then they give you the particular brand.
I was asking this question because my dad once went to a supermarket and got this food, brought it home. It was a kind of food, he brought it home. And when he brought it home, my mom entered the kitchen and looked at it and said, why not talk around my idea? That is, who has bought dog food and brought it to this house?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a dog at home.
Yeah.
So seeing dog food there, what was the reason? It looked like sausage. You see? So I might go to the perfume shop thinking that, oh, maybe if I want a fruity scent, I might say fruit, but maybe fruit in perfume terms actually means something different. So I just want to know if there are some specific jargons that might actually help me get what I want. So I know of the EDT and the EDP. I think I'll go for the extra because I want it to last more. So yes. Thanks for that tip. Now, Are there any great complements to perfumes? For example, some people, let's take our ladies for example, they do makeup, they do the foundation, then they do a number of things to that. When it comes to perfumes, do we use it as raw as they are, or there are some accessories that we can use in addition to perfumes?
Oh well, you can just apply your perfume, or mostly to make it last longer, it's advisable to apply it after you've applied your cream, you know, so it can last longer because the cream is going to be a first layer which it can hold on to or bond with. So yeah, it's advisable to do it after that. If you are somebody who doesn't like to smell cream, no problem, you can always apply it just like that, or in your clothes, because your clothes also hold it a bit longer. Yeah.
Have you personally regretted about buying a particular perfume before?
No, because people say they regret buying a particular perfume because I feel they don't understand what the art of perfumery is. So it's like every fragrance tells a tale. It talks about the mind of the perfumer, you know. So some of them made a visit to a certain place, and based on the mood or the kind of, art they saw around, they tried to replicate that in a scent. You understand? But there's nothing like a bad smelling perfume. If you understand each and every different fragrance, you understand that it has its own role to play, and nothing is just bad smelling. There are some that are generally crowd pleasers because they are things people can easily relate to. Because growing up, you have those notes in a lot of things, like the flowers you pass by, the places you go to, and all of that. So those fragrances, generally, anyone smells them and they're like, wow, this is nice, you understand? But then there are some notes that have not been explored yet. You get me? And those notes, when you get to them, generally the human mind tends to have a resistance to what it does not know. And that's what happens. But I don't believe that it smells bad. It's just that you don't vibe with that fragrance.
And for men and women, are there perfumes for men? I think I've heard that sort of thing. This is for men, this is for women. Can I use a woman's perfume?
Well, in the case of women, I see a lot of women using male fragrances, and it's totally fine. You can use it. You can use both. It's just like ladies' clothes. You can decide to wear it if you want.
But why that distinction? What caused that distinction to say, okay, this is actually for ladies and this is actually for men? Is there something physiological that calls for that?
Yeah, I think it's based on the mind of the perfumer, like I said. The perfumer probably brings out certain notes of maybe confidence in a female way, or certain notes that smell more feminine. So he knows that based on these particular notes, if a guy smells this on a lady, he's gonna feel more attracted to her. Or even without seeing you, I know a lady's around.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So as soon as a lady walks in here with maybe Siamani, I know that there's a lady around because of what I'm smelling. It would be very weird for me to get out and then it's you standing out there, because that's, like I said, subconsciously we pick a lot of scents as we are growing up, and these scents, just like the way our eyes function, tell us that this is this and that is that. You get it? So if I get out there and I smell this, normally I put my mind to it that is that. You get me? Just like you're walking by papaya, you smell the scent, you know that's papaya. It would be weird to enter there and there's Hajias watching him there, So I feel it's the same thing. So I strongly suggest that females should stick to females and men should stick to males.
Okay.
But with the females, it's alright if you do males.
Okay.
But with the males, avoid doing that, because girls can wear men clothes and be alright.
Yeah.
But as a guy, I think it's very weird if you start wearing, female clothes.
Well, that's a conversation for another day. And you have some perfumes over here. Can you just tell me a little bit about some of the perfumes that are on the table?
Yes. So right here we have the Godfather. So these are perfume oils. So we have a couple of perfume oils here.
So these are not sprays.
You can spray them.
You can spray them.
Yes, you can spray them. They are perfume oils. Let me let me spray it for you so that you know it can be sprayed.
Okay.
You see? Yes. These are perfume oils. So these have a higher concentration than these ones here.
Okay.
These are repackaged by me, and the pictures you see on it are my interpretation or my own artistic feel of the fragrance. So when I smell it, how I feel is going to make you be perceived is what I mostly just put on.
So this is a mix?
No, it's not a mix.
It's not a mix.
This is Creed Aventus.
Okay.
Yes, but in the oil form. The pure oil form of Creed Aventus. Or
Okay.
we should say a clone of Creed Aventus because it's not actually from the Creed family.
Okay.
This is my artistic feel of the fragrance. So
Okay.
I feel like you are a godfather.
Okay.
Or you smell like a godfather when you smell this, when you put on this perfume. Then this is Polo Blue.
Okay.
So lay tranquille, very serene, you know, everything under control. And then Dior Sauvage, this Untamed, amazing fragrance. So when you get out there, you get a lot of compliments. Excuse me. And mostly girls like to smell it on guys too. So that's my artistic feel of it. And then we have the normal perfumes that we all know about.
Okay.
You know, what people normally talk about. Those are the alcohol-based perfumes. So they have alcohol in them. Even though they have the oils, they have the alcohols also as a medium of transmitting the fragrance. So with this, it's easier to just put it in your clothes. So you spray it directly in your clothes, you are good. You know, it doesn't stain your clothes, nothing. But this is oil, and just as the name suggests, oil. So if you put it in your clothes directly, it's definitely going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are ways to apply it in the clothes as well. So mostly people apply it on their skin, but you can apply it on your clothes. Let me just demonstrate that real quick.
Okay.
So if I apply it in my palm, I just rub it together just to break it down a bit, and then I put it in my clothes.
Oh,
you see, you don't see any marks, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But then it is in my clothes,
Okay.
and you see it projects to you as you're sitting by me.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. And we have different sizes for this. We have the 3 ml, 6 ml. This is the 50 ml. This is the 100 ml.
So this would have EDP.
No, this is a pure oil
Pure
concentration.
oil
Yeah.
concentration.
With the EDPs and EDTs, it goes with the ones with alcohol.
All right.
So like this Club de Nuit Intense Man, it's an eau de toilette. You see up here?
Eau de toilette.
Eau de toilette, so EDT.
Okay.
So it has a limited concentration. But as I said, it depends on the brand. Because with this one, its EDT lasts way longer than some other brands' EDT. You get it? So it depends on the particular brand that you are looking at.
Looking at perfumery in Africa, what do you see the future of perfumery in Africa to be? Do we have perfumes that are exclusive to Africa? Because most of the names I'm hearing are French names. Do we have any African perfumes that are also popular?
Yeah, you hear French names more because they are really good at it, and I think they were one of the founders of the craft. But then we have people even in Ghana here, because one of my good friends who actually introduced me even into the oils, Mason Yusuf, I don't know if you've heard of him. Mason Yusuf Meizongo, a very amazing perfumer. He makes his own perfumes, amazing brand. And then we have Nuru, also Magbanzi, also has an amazing collection of perfumes. And they are making waves, you know, they are making waves. So I think people should go check them out and try their fragrances as well.
What advice would you give to someone who is probably enthused about perfumery like you? Maybe the person also wants to start something like this. You have your own brand now, Sensational Fragrance Hub. Maybe someone who is an aerospace engineer and also wants to smell good. Decides that, hey, let me give this a try. I think I'll be able to do this. What advice can you give to such a person?
I think you should go in head first. You should just go in and explore. You know, there's nothing wrong. Just explore and explore and explore. If you want to start by having your own collection, that is fine. If you just want to buy and then resell, that is also fine. But one advice I would give is you should learn at least to an extent what you are doing. This is not only exclusively to fragrance. I mean, this is generally to everything else, you know. So whatever you want to do, if you want to be a doctor, normally you should go to school for a number of years, right? To become a professional at it. So if you want to sell, use the same approach. You have to learn about your product, what you are doing to an extent, you know, and then you can educate people further and you can be more professional in the way you deliver.
Okay. If people want to reach you and get some of your products or even consult you on certain things, how do they reach you?
Mainly through my WhatsApp. Yeah, I was really big with my Instagram because as you can see, maybe on my flash, you can see my Instagram page and all of that. But then, you know, someone kept on hacking my Instagram. So I lost my account about 3 times in the past 4 years.
Wow.
So right now I'm having PTSD on Instagram, but I'm still trying to get it up again because this month I just decided that I should, you know, go full head on with it because you can't just be hiding because you feel someone is gonna. Yeah, so I'm still on Instagram. You can reach out on Instagram, but I'll advise you to reach me on my WhatsApp, which is way better. So far, no one has hacked it. So.
And where are you active more? Do you have a particular social media apart from Instagram? Is there another social media?
Yes, that's what I said. My
WhatsApp.
Yeah. My business
what about
WhatsApp.
Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am on Facebook. You can reach me on Facebook as well.
Okay.
Yes, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter as well. Yes.
And the name is Sensational Fragrance Hub on all of them.
Sensational Fragrance Hub. Well, on Twitter is at S Fragrance Hub. On Snapchat is at Ogdi. Yeah.
All right. Do you have a particular location or is mostly an online service that you do?
Yes, it's online. Strictly online right now.
Okay.
Just like Fashion Nova. We are using the same business model as Fashion Nova. We don't really have a shop, but we just deliver to our customers, making it easier for you. You don't need to walk up. You don't need to.
Okay. It's been interesting hearing about perfumes. Now I see perfumes differently. Now I know that I have to have my own vibe with a perfume. And talking about perfumes, I would want a perfume that is strong, but it has a calming effect.
Strong, but has a calming effect.
Yes, strong as in it leaves a strong impression, but it's a bit relaxed. I don't know, maybe I'm not using the terms well. For example, some people smell too strong. You get near them and it's like you just want to move away because it's too strong.
Yeah.
But I want that first impression strong, then it sort of diffuses slowly. I don't know if there's any perfume like that. I think I would want a perfume like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of perfumes like that where you can have that. Like I said, Club de Nuit Intense Man is fresh, sweet. Normally you get that with the fresh fragrances.
So that's this.
Yeah, Club de Nuit Intense Man, you can have that. Club de Nuit Iconic as well. You know, all those fragrances have amazing projection and they are not repulsive. They are not too strong, you know.
Okay. Does it have a fruity smell?
It has a fruity, fresh smell.
Okay.
Yeah, pineapple blast, a bit of citrus.
Yeah, I love pineapples.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much, Augustine, and it's been a pleasure having you on Peter's Box. Are you on YouTube?
No.
You're not on YouTube. Okay. Okay. So maybe you would want to say a thing about Sensational Fragrance Hub. The floor is yours.
All I'll say is Sensational Fragrance Hub, just as we've discussed in the few minutes, is a marketing and sales brand. We sell and market perfumes. So we have a wide variety of fragrances. We also have merchandise as well. So over here, we have this, and this is designed by a good friend of mine actually.
Okay.
Edward Ejari. His name is Teddy.
All right.
There you see this. Yeah. Because I use my friends actually. I use a close circle of friends. Anyone who has a skill that can benefit me, I try to tap into because I want everyone to grow together. That's one thing I've also been doing now. I try as much as possible every 3 days to hype a friend or anyone who I know's brand to try and grow it as well, because I want a community where we grow together. That's why I give shout outs to my brothers, Mason, Yusuf, and Nuru, just to make sure you go to them and also explore their fragrances. I would have some of their fragrances in my collection soon, so people can have access to that, because we want to represent Ghana and we want to grow from where we are instead of trying to look outside more. So that's what Sensational Fragrance Hub is about. It's about bringing people together. It's about letting them smell good, and it's about building a good and strong community. So if you want to smell good, you can always hit me up, and I'll do my best to have you smelling sensational.
Thank you so much, Augustine, once again. It's been a pleasure, and I'm definitely going to smell good from today. Thank you so much. Awesome. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you too, bro.
Peter's Box. Life is for the living.